Hi guys, so this random 40-year-old man has done a reaction video on me. I just recorded a video on this, but it didn't record my voice, so I've had to redo it. So it is basically my first time watching the video. It's my second time. Yeah, it's my second time watching the video. It was supposed to be my first time, but the recording messed up, so let's start it. And just to warn you, everything he says is illogical. There's nothing that he actually comes back with. It's all just emotional response.
So this whole alpha male movement that was started really by Andrew Tate and people like that. Well, it's getting out of hand now, right? This is a guy called...
It isn't an alpha male movement. It's a boy from man to movement. It's a maturing movement.
Jack Ricks, or Jake Ricks, and he's quite possibly the most miserable alpha male I've ever came across online.
Happiness is the #1 killer of success.
What?
Happiness is killing
Happiness.
everyone.
Happiness is killing everyone. When did this start happening? Shit.
If you go on YouTube and search up all these successful people and how they became successful, they all say that they did stuff they did not want to do. They all say that they stopped playing video games, they stopped masturbating, they stopped
masturbating, and that made them successful.
They stopped eating.
I feel like he's what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like he's abbreviating this a bit too much. It's not the word I'm looking for, is it? Fuck it.
In unhealthy foods. They stopped doing all this stuff that made them think they were happy. All these things.
This guy doesn't look very successful to me.
That society has created.
Depends how you define success. Money-wise, I'm not currently massively successful, but you've got the mind, you've got your body, you've got all different kinds and variations of success.
All these things that we do in today's age, that average people do to keep themselves happy, they're all distractions. All of them are distractions.
Happiness is a distraction. So what's your goal?
If you don't think someone who is trying to succeed, playing video games, going to the cinema, doing that kind of stuff, if you do not think that's a distraction, you're retarded. There's no simpler way to put it. It's just common sense. If I was trying to succeed every single day and I needed 16 hours every single day to get closer to success, and I took 3 hours out of my day to play video games, that would be a distraction.
What's your definition of success? Because my definition of success is to be happy doing something you love. So what's your goal?
If your definition of success is to be happy, you are saying Hitler was successful because he was happy doing what he did. So you just don't make sense.
If happiness isn't your goal,
true fulfillment and success, happiness is a byproduct of true fulfillment and success. So,
and happiness is something you need to get away from. What is your goal?
Maybe they weren't intentionally made. Maybe they weren't. Because let's be honest, none of us truly know if...
Why does he have his top off and his hood up?
They were intentionally made to keep us distracted, or if they were just a coincidence.
I have my top off because I have a physique that took a lot more work to get than your black jumper with purple writing hiding all your belly fat.
What about fucking awful fringes? Do they not harm your success?
That has somehow kept us distracted. But either way, they are a distraction. Because average people, they have their job, they work, and then they have all these enjoyments going out and doing all this stuff. And all their life is doing the thing they hate, and during the thing they hate, what keeps them from admitting that their life is complete shit is
Go on.
While they're spending 3/4 of their life doing the thing that they hate, they're constantly thinking about how they can't wait to go and do the thing that they enjoy for the
But I don't spend any time doing anything that I hate, with the exception of watching Decker Heggie eat.
tiny percentage of their life. The reason they're able to keep going is because they keep thinking of this thing that they're going to enjoy.
The autism is strong in this one.
And average people just
I don't think he's autistic. I think he's like, one of these incel guys.
cannot stop thinking about how they're going to make themselves happy. How are they going to be happy short term? How are they going to be happy tomorrow? Let's plan a holiday, because
I feel like taking life advice of somebody that looks skint and miserable as fuck, right, isn't probably going to end very well for you.
I can't live my life because I'm purpose.
This is optional, you don't have to take it. I'm not miserable and I'm not skint. I'm very content. I could stare right at this wall right now for the next 18 hours and I'd be content as anything.
So I need to plan a holiday so I have something to look forward to that I know will make me happy, because I need to chase happiness. Let's plan going out next week because I need something to look forward to throughout the next week, because I know I'm not going to be happy tomorrow. I know I'm not going to be happy on Wednesday, but if I have...
How do you know what days you are and aren't going to be happy on? I'm probably going to be happy every day of the week unless I have a very specific
Because average people, unlike you, you're obviously very lucky that you have this YouTube channel. I don't know if you work every single day, but average people that work every single day, 99% of them do not look forward to their job. Therefore, they know they are not going to enjoy that time in that job.
reason not to be.
to think about. If I'm going out on Thursday
Like Decker eating.
and I have that to think about all day, every day until I go out, then I'll be able to deal with it.
Who ordered Aiden Ross off Wish? Come on.
I'll be able to cope with it. So we're not really happy. We have these things that make us happy for a very short period of time, that make us cope with...
They make us cope. What the fuck are you talking about?
reality. And reality is that most people's life...
It's called a coping mechanism, which if you do your research, the exact same thing happens with alcohol. The reason people drink is so that they can get drunk, and then they can gain confidence, and then they can have fun.
Hey, what is actually making me sad? This video.
Shit, and most people hate their life. But
most people hate their lives. I don't think that's true.
they truly don't think that. It is that. But they truly don't think that because they're so focused on the 10% of their life where they're actually happy, they're actually out. It's like...
This guy looks like he needs to put a mask on, get himself in a forest and start making videos back in Decker.
when people say that average people that work a 9 to 5, they say, I don't want to get rich, I want to spend that time with my family. But if you got rich, you worked for yourself, you worked on a laptop, on a phone, you got rich, you can give your family everything they want, you can control the...
How do you have a family in the first place if you've already sacrificed happiness, friends, having fun, all of that stuff, because it's just you?
For those guys that are sitting there that are completely alone and have no friends, your family, you don't have a family because you have no friends. Like your family, you don't have a family. That's what he has just said.
You now by yourself. So where did the family appear from that you're providing for?
time of which...
And you're also the most miserable human on the face of the planet. So what woman...
Once again, I'm very content. I'm probably a lot more content than this guy. I'm probably a lot more content than most of the people watching. There's not a lot of people that can say that they're very happy with every single thing in their life, and I'm very happy with every single minute in my life.
would think, who the fucking hell is going, you see, have you seen that? This is me impression of a woman now. You all right? Have you got a boyfriend at the moment? Well, there's this guy on YouTube, right? He's proper lush. He's got his hood up and his top off underneath and zipped open, and he obviously shaves or waxes his chest, and he's in what looks like a box bedroom or a hostel, and he's got a really weird fringe, and he hates smiling. He just can't stand smiling. I think he's the one. That's
I know my haircut isn't that great, but the guy with a mohawk can't really speak. And yeah, that was a very funny example that he just gave. But this is what a lot of these people seem and like to do is they create these extreme scenarios and they interpret people's words. Like I've never said don't smile. I never said that in this video. So they mix up your words, they interpret your words, and they use extreme scenarios to try and make what I'm saying sound stupid because he can't say anything logical to go against what I'm saying.
never happened ever, has it?
You are able to spend with them and not have someone else control the time. It's like if you want a day off and your boss says no, your boss is telling you no, you cannot spend time with your family tomorrow.
That's how employment works.
You have to come to work. You're not
You don't have to come to work. You don't have to do anything. You might not have a job if you refuse to do what's required of you in that position. You don't have to do anything.
allowed to go out.
Dear all the fathers that are working to provide money for their families, you don't have to work. Just quit your job, bro. You don't have to work.
With your sisters and your brothers and your mum and your dad. So it makes
This is like Andrew Tatey. That's who this is. Andrew Tatey.
literally no sense when these broke average people say, no, I don't want to get rich, I want to spend time with my family. You're saying it because you can't be bothered to put in the work, really.
Right.
Like, let's be honest. Because you're using it as an excuse, because that is the generalised excuse, right? And it's normalised and it's acceptable. So that's why people say it. But you need, if you truly want to be successful, the true way to be successful,
Go on, spit it out.
is to get rid of happiness.
So, right. So to be successful, you need to not be... This is a little bit... I'm not this depressed after a 5-day fucking binge.
This idea of chasing happiness will kill you, and if you do it, you will not succeed. You are 100% not going to succeed if you chase happiness. I guarantee you that.
So the pursuit of happiness is just... That's not a thing then, is it? So to find happiness, you need to not chase happiness, right? Right, okay.
You will not succeed. Because
right. I don't know how any of this works, but I'll just take your word for that. Comedy house.
if you chase happiness, you don't have time to think because you're constantly thinking about making yourself happy.
You know what, right? His fringe. You think his fringe is just there to take attention off his eyebrows? Let's just have a look at those eyebrows for a second. They're naughty eyebrows, them.
And if you're constantly thinking about making yourself happy...
Is he banging on the desk?
You won't have time to think, wait a minute, why am I working for him? Why am I getting paid
Do you think his brain works as slow as his voice?
£8 an hour? Why is he controlling the time that I can spend with my family? Why can these people afford all of this lovely stuff that makes their life amazing and stress-free and time and location freedom, but I've got to work this shitty job? Wait a minute, why did my mum and dad have to get up every morning and slave away for the last 30 years of their life just
to provide for you, you ungrateful fucking mug,
so that I could eat food?
Yeah, right.
Happiness will stop you from thinking, so the key to
happiness will stop you from thinking. Right.
Success is to get rid of happiness.
Get rid of happiness. This guy can't be serious.
Get rid of happiness, find your purpose, and you will be set. You can truly become happy.
I can admit I didn't articulate my thoughts very well in this video. For example, happiness will stop you from thinking needs to be in the context of if you're trying to succeed every single day, you can't be going to the cinema, be playing video games, because that's going to distract your mind from thinking about ideas, what you could do to succeed, what you can do to make money, what you can do, stuff like that. So The reason this guy is clearly so emotionally reactive and disagrees with me so strongly is partly to do with the fact that I haven't provided the correct context in everything I'm saying, and I haven't articulated what I'm thinking properly either. So you could say part of the reason that people react so strongly on what I say is because I don't articulate it properly, which in due time that will change.
If you stop
You can truly become happy if you don't want to be happy.
chasing it.
Got one more from this fucking miserable old cunt. This is called Music is Making You Depressed.
Destroying your mind.
Is it?
Whenever you train, whenever you work, whenever you do anything, you need to stop listening to music.
There's music in the background of your video? Tell him we're not to listen to music, man. You fucking spacker.
You need to learn to motivate
This has got to be a joke.
yourself and be able to do stuff without needing music in your ears. Reason one is you are
This 40-year-old man is very emotional, and you can see that by the way that he's reacting before he's even tried to have an understanding of the video. This is called the inability to debate or be open-minded. He's never going to consider my perspective or my view, my opinion, etc., because he's seen the first thing about me and he dislikes me, and therefore he gets attached to that. He dislikes me. The same with what everyone sees in Andrew Tate. They see one thing about Andrew Tate, they choose to dislike him, and therefore anything else they see to do with Andrew Tate, they immediately say, no, he's wrong, I dislike him.
not aware of what you are listening to. Get your playlist
I am. It's normally Kanye West or The Weeknd. The new Drake album, maybe sometimes Guns N' Roses, if I'm in a bit of a fucking mood, you know what I mean?
up right now.
I can't think of anything worse than not listening to music at the gym.
Wonder why you're sad,
Maybe being you.
why you're depressed at night,
I'm not sad and depressed at night.
why you go into your feelings, and
Why is this guy taking this so personally? This is very true if you do your research. It's on the internet. Do your research.
why you get all depressed and all this, and you wonder why it happens. Pull your playlist.
Why? Has he got Jesus as his screensaver? Is he a religious nut? What's happening? What are the apps he's got on here? What's he got? Spotify. So he's got Spotify that you listen to music on and Shazam, but he's telling me not to listen to music.
But Shazam is for TikToks where you can find the name of a sound so that I can search it up and get it for TikTok. Spotify is obviously for this video. I don't not listen to music. I just choose the music that I listen to very carefully. I try not to listen to music, but every now and then when I'm training, I'll listen to some music. But the music that I listen to has been picked very carefully.
Has to be a joke. This has to be a joke.
If he wasn't so emotionally reactive and he actually watched this video all the way through, I actually say in this video that music is supposed to make you happy, you're supposed to enjoy it, etc.
Pull your playlist up right now. Go into your music and listen to what they say. Listen to the words in your music.
Right, okay. Right, okay. Right, let's do that, right? Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this. Let's see. Right, okay. I'll bring up some lyrics from stuff I want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I really, really, really want to zigga zigga. Actually, no wonder I'm fucking depressed. No wonder I'm fucking depressed. I am depressed now.
When you're listening to these songs every single night, it's going to get
I don't listen to Spice Girls every night. Not anymore.
implanted into your head.
Really? So what's this implanted in your head here? Puma? Don't own anything by Puma.
So he's completely ignored the example I just give. I just give the example of if you're listening to a song that goes, I'm going to kill myself every single night, of course that's going to start to have some effect on you.
Coca-Cola, I like Diet Coke. Nike's all right. Gap's not available in this country anymore, I don't think.
This is just
Adidas, yeah, Adidas is all right. McDonald's, I like McDonald's. Is
You are going to think, you are going to feel whatever is being said 24/7, because every single night you're putting this shit into your head.
What if you're listening to gospel music
If you're
or dance music with no lyrics, or uplifting songs like "I'm a Barbie girl in a"? No, I'm starting to get depressed again
going
now.
to listen
Actually, there might be some truth in
a
this.
song that talks about
Feeling Chrissy's car too much, which is YMB Melly, Suicidal.
suicide,
Well, yeah, if you're listening to a song called Suicidal, right, you're probably not expecting to feel fucking uplifted by the end of it.
Thank you. Suicidal. Thank you. 104 million views, almost a billion views on that video.
Unless you're really weird.
if you're going to listen to a song that talks about being sad and crying, of course you're going to do these actions if you are listening to this every single night.
Right, but Suicidal, right, by YMB Melly, right, won't have the same effect if you're listening to who's good lyrically. Louis Vega, Mamba Number 5.
Alright,
Don't know what that song is, but no, you're right. And we agree. So there's no argument to be made here. But at the same time, being able to motivate yourself, let's say you go to the gym, if you can go to the gym without music, that's going to be much better than listening to music when you go to the gym.
every once in a while it's great to listen to if you're having a bit of fun,
Kumbaya, my lord.
to be in a happy mood and have fun and enjoy the music. But listening to music late at night to act depressed.
Listen, who listens to music that act depressed? Actually, in my drug few days, I did used to put certain songs on when I was in a certain mood and sit and cried at the.
That sells it, guys. Do not listen to this guy.
And essentially
That was on purpose, and it wasn't every night.
pretend you're depressed. This is what music does. It puts you in this mood and it allows you to pretend.
There's music on in the background of your video again, where you tell me not to listen to me. This has to be a wind up.
That's because everybody's so emotional nowadays that the best way to get people hooked into your video is to use music to hook onto their emotions, etc.
This guy cannot be serious.
And you're depressed. It's like, even
Yeah, hold on a second. Hold on. Whoa, I thought fun wasn't allowed.
So this just tells us that he hasn't actually watched that video and stood back, opened his mind, and actually listened to what I said and understood what I said. Because I never said fun wasn't allowed.
Fun, happiness and fun are a no-no, remember? However, man.
if you scroll on TikTok, everything in today's society contains music. When you're editing on TikTok, if you want to purvey a sad emotion to get people sad so that they watch it, you just add a sad music onto the edit. Or
Yeah, loads of people do that. Yeah, music and audio can trick your eyes into seeing something that's not there.
the three biggest
You can push a narrative with music. Yes, you can.
platforms:
Imagine watching a movie with no music.
TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram.
Star Wars instead of like do, 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 and then the X-wings come out and that's just like, it doesn't have the same effect, does it?
Go onto Reels, go onto YouTube Shorts, go onto TikTok, and in every single one there will be a song and there will be a sound.
Yes, there's sounds on most videos. Why is it?
And the funny thing is, right, what
Whoa, what? Funny. Whoa, fun's not loud, remember?
do you do when you're not listening to music? If you train with music on, and you do all this stuff with music on, when it really comes down to it, the time when you truly have to perform and you can't listen to music, what do?
What do you mean perform and you can't listen to music? I don't go to the gym to perform. I go to the gym to exercise. And I want to do anything I possibly can.
This isn't an attack or an insult, even though you've insulted me many times. I'm not emotionally reactive, so I won't respond in that manner. But it's hard to believe that you go to the gym. So I don't know if you're just making this up to try and make a point.
To take me mind off thinking about what it's doing, because I think having the headphones in, whether it be a podcast, watching an episode of a TV show, listening to music, anything to take your mind off the fact that you're going helps your exercise. I think it makes it easier.
You need this music to motivate you throughout a period of working, throughout a period of training. You need to train yourself to be able to do this stuff with or without music. Music was created to enjoy, to listen
Well, you're not allowed to enjoy anything. You just said it kills everybody.
to and enjoy. It's a beautiful thing, not to sit there, listen to it and be depressed about it. Music was initially a great thing, but then all of a sudden it's being used as a tool to keep you depressed, to keep you unhappy.
Where did you get this information from? Can you elaborate on this just a little bit?
Listen to the radio. How many songs come on about depression or heartbreak or
I don't know who the fuck listens to the radio. 2023, you mong.
A lot of people listen to the radio, mate.
make you feel sad, just to remind you of that heartbreak you had a year ago, to put you in a bad mood for the rest of the day. A song comes on about depression, just to remind you of that traumatic thing that happened 6 months ago, just to put you in a shit mood for the day.
What is this song? Clap along if you feel like the room with that.
Well, that's a different scenario. I'm talking about this scenario, which you're completely avoiding.
At a roof because I'm happy. It's like, and he's like, oh, fucking, that's my day ruined. Cunts.
Why do you think music would have been made? What other reason would it have been made for? Let's create music so that people can feel depressed and listen to depressing music and be
There's music for all types of moods, right?
sad.
Not just depressed. There's music for happy.
That's not what it was made for,
They're the only two moods, happy and sad.
but that's what it's been turned into, to keep your mood down, to keep you unmotivated, to remind you of how shit your life is.
Somebody needs to send him a new Monkey tape, don't they? You listen to New Monkey, right, for 3 weeks. Tell me you're depressed.
Remind you about that break
Yes, sir!
up. Remind you about that.
I actually listen to. Let me find it. To start off every single training session I do. And it starts off with. Can't Hold Us. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. Great pre-workout song.
That traumatic event so that you can't overcome it and you stay back and you keep getting pulled back.
That's it.